Hey, it's Scott Todd, and in today's video, I want to get you to do something. I hope that I can convince you to make something a part of your daily habit, and that is, I want you to try to capture on a daily basis 3 to 5 victories that you had that day for your freedom. What are you doing to get out of the rat race? Like, record these 3 to 5 victories that you have each day. And I think that when you go and you look back at them, a year later or 6 months later, I think you're really going to be surprised to see just how far you've come. When I had my corporate job, one of the things I would do is every day I would try to end the day and I would record these 3 to 5 victories that I had. And these victories are not huge things. Like, looking back at them, they're really quite ridiculous. Like, I got an accepted offer one day. That was a victory because I wasn't getting accepted offers every day. Or I completed due diligence on a property. That was huge because that wasn't happening every day. It was trying to build the momentum. Or I opened up a bank account for my business today. Or I got a post office box. Or I added someone to my mailing list. It's all of these things that you look back today and you're like, well, that's what we would normally do. That's not a big victory. And when you look back in time, you see like those are small little steps that you had. And then all of a sudden you start running. And it reminds me of like anything that you've ever learned how to do. You didn't just take off running when you learned how to walk. You slowly started stepping and walking and learned how to find your balance, and then eventually you started running around the house. Same thing when you learned how to drive a car. You didn't just get in a car and drive all over town. I mean, just think about it. Like, I remember when I learned how to drive my car, man, my knuckles were like gripped to the steering wheel, and you probably remember that too. Or riding your bike, how many times did you fall over before you I don't know, went around the block? So all of these things that in our entire lives, we have all of these small little victories, and oftentimes when we're trying to start our business or trying to change our position or trying to grow, what we do is we don't capture those small wins, and then it's hard to keep the momentum going. So I think that when you're capturing these wins and you're celebrating the victories, even if they're small, you're celebrating the wins, and you're celebrating all wins. And whenever you have victory, whenever you're having some success, even small success, it's so much easier to keep going, because the reason you stop, or the reason people stop doing things, is it just seems like a monumental task ahead of them. Oh man. And I used to do this, like, oh man, for me to replace my income, I'm going to have so many of these notes that I don't know how I'm going to get all the money. And you start to talk yourself out of it, as opposed to, hey, wow, maybe I can grow the number of notes by getting greater monthly payments, or all of these things that you can't even fathom will happen in your business. They begin to happen. But it all starts with your momentum. And the way that I always kept momentum, especially in the beginning, was to kind of keep that success journal. Hey, these are the 3 to 5 things that really impacted my business today, or impacted my life today, whatever they are. So I hope that you take that advice. I hope that you start incorporating these successes and recording these successes in your life. I think it will make a world of difference to you. And I know that when you look back 6 months or a year later, you'll be like, oh, that's ridiculous. Why did I even write that down? But I promise you, it will help make your journey even much more incredible. Look, I appreciate you watching. Scroll down wherever you're watching this. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And just keep at it, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.